Okay, good evening. So many of you are new joinings in the ICU, and many of the residents have asked online also, sir, what is the proper way to intubate the patient? This question is very relevant and important. Until unless you are confident in managing the airway, you are confident in intubating a patient, life in ICU always remain in the anxiety. Once you are confident in intubating, you are very sure that anything happens to the patient, I won't let this patient be anoxic or hypoxic injury, because if it happens, it's a permanent damage. So what happens? The most common mistakes new residents and students do, as soon as they put the laryngoscope in the mouth, they try to find out the trachea, because they have to intubate in the trachea, and that's the biggest mistake they do. So my tip is, whenever you want to intubate a patient or you are learning to intubate the patient, don't try to find the trachea in the mouth. So what you have to do is just slide below along the border of the tongue. Look for the epiglottis, not the trachea. Look for the epiglottis and go in the groove above the epiglottis, which is called as vallicula, and lift it up. As soon as you lift it up, you will find the trachea will become visible. 99% of the time the trachea will become visible. So one thing, give proper head tilt to the patient, slide the laryngoscope. See, understand this. Suppose this is your tongue and this is your epiglottis, and trachea remains below this. So you have to go along the border of the tongue. This is the epiglottis, epiglottic fold, vallicula, and just lift up. As soon as you lift up, you will see the trachea. I will explain you with the images in coming few minutes. Let's see. Now in this figure you can see what I was talking previously. This is the tongue border. This is the tongue border. Now this is the epiglottis, and this part is trachea, just hiding behind the epiglottis. What you have to do is slide the laryngoscope along the border of the tongue, reach in the fold between the tongue and the epiglottis, which is called the epiglottic vallicula, and once you reach there, you have to pull the laryngoscope. Once you have pulled the laryngoscope upside, the epiglottis gets pulled up and trachea is visible. Now you can easily see the trachea. So understand, this slide along the border of the tongue, reach the vallicula, which is a fold just above the epiglottis. You pull the laryngoscope, and as soon as you pull it, you will be able to see the trachea. Now you can see here, this laryngoscope is going. This is the tongue which is coming down. This is epiglottis. This is the trachea just beneath the epiglottis, and you have to reach in between the fold which is formed by this tongue and the epiglottis. Once you reach this fold, you have to lift up the laryngoscope. Now you can see in this video, this is esophagus, this is trachea, and this is epiglottis. You have just lifted up from the epiglottis, and now you are able to see the trachea and esophagus very clearly. So now, as you have understood through the pictures and theoretical concept you have understood, next time whenever you try to intubate the patient, don't try to find the trachea. Give proper position to the head, make sure his cervical spine is clear, slide along the border of the tongue, look for the epiglottis, and then go into the vallicula just above the epiglottis and lift up. As soon as you lift up, you will be able to see trachea there with the vocal cords visible. Practice this. Whenever you got an opportunity to intubate next time, follow this step. I am sure 99.99% you will be able to do it properly. Thank you.